local. Use hyper.directory. No triple W, not even .com. Just hyper.directory, connecting customers to businesses when it matters most.
This is the beat of a normal heart. Now this is the beat of a heart of someone who just snorted or injected or smoked methamphetamine. Why? For a high. And this is what happens to that normal heartbeat. It's irregular, it's racing, it's why it's called speed, and it can do bizarre things to our heads. It can make us aggressive and violent. We can start hallucinating and end up doing some serious damage to people. Call 1-8888-NO-METH today for more information on methamphetamine. That's 1-8888-NO-METH.
A message from the Partnership for a Drug-Free Florida and America.
Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the first and third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion, and learn how they can help you.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
Get up. Ooh. Time to get up. Come on. All right, 19 minutes after 7 o'clock. It's another beautiful morning in Ocala, Florida. It's Wednesday, September 21st, 2016. 72 degrees here at the studios of The Source, WOCA, broadcasting live from the Paddock Mall, just outside the WOCA commissary, where you too can get a bite to eat. Only a 20% chance of rain today.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nice.
High temperatures around 89. Tomorrow, a 60% chance of rain with high temperatures around 90. And Friday at 20, Saturday at 20, and Sunday at 60%. So there you go. It doesn't really make any difference to any of us. As long as there's no big storms coming around, we're fine with all of this afternoon rain. We're fine with it. Good morning, Robin.
Good morning, Larry.
How's you over there today?
I'm good.
I'm so glad you're good.
I'm so good.
I'm so glad you're good.
So good.
Got a good show this morning. 7:35. Dr. Judith A. Salerno is coming on. She's the president of Susan G. Komen and CEO of the Susan G. Komen, the world's largest breast cancer organization. I think most of you knew that already.
Yep, that's all they call it, is Susan G. Komen. There's nothing else.
I know, there used to be something for a cure, remember? That's why I was stumbling, because I thought, well, there's more words than that usually.
Used to be like Race for a Cure or
something like that.
But they dropped it.
But anyway, so she'll be on to talk to us about how we have progressed as far as research has gone to find a cure for cancer. Mm-hmm. After she has visited us, we will switch over to what we normally do in that segment, which is news and commentary. We'll do that after the 45-minute break, so about 12 till or so. We'll have some news and commentary. I'll tell you a few things in advance so you kind of know where we're going. 8:35 this morning, we have news without commentary. Derek Black is coming on 9:05. He's an attorney, and he's got a book about school discipline. The Crisis of Absolute School Discipline. The book is called Ending Zero Tolerance, and gosh, I couldn't agree more with what he's saying here. It's the craziest thing. A kid, what was the one? He bit his peanut butter and jelly sandwich to look like a gun.
Yeah.
And then he got sent home.
Right.
Oh man.
Right. Exactly.
That's a little crazy.
I think so.
Or was it nail clippers? Somebody had nail clippers. Oh, you're gonna.
Yeah. Yep, get rid of those.
Laura Burns will be here at 9:35. If you are looking for a job or you know somebody who's looking for a job, Laura brings information to us that you can use today. The information is about the organization she works for, which is Career Source. Mm-hmm. She specifically represents 3 counties. Those are Citrus, Levy, and Marion counties. And the jobs that she can tell you about, Career Source actually has jobs all over the place, but that's the focal point of what Laura does. I would imagine most people in this listening audience would prefer to work in one of those 3 counties instead of moving.
Yeah.
But anyway, so there are plenty of jobs here, and it's free. It's a free job finding service, and it's a free talent finding service. If you're an employer, they will do some of the screening for you so that you don't have to talk to everybody under the sun, just the cream of the crop, and then you can pick somebody to do that job you're looking to hire for.
Oh, exactly.
And you can't get a job unless you have an education. That's the way it works, kids. Higher Education Happenings is at 10:05. Mike Fallon comes in and talks to us about educational programs here in Marion County. He is with Webster University, but he always brings guests from the other colleges as well that are represented here. Renewal by Anderson of Central Florida is a window company. They come on at 10:35 and sell windows and window things. And information on how to renew your windows without replacing them. I was listening to the show last week, and some of the things are probably things I'm going to be doing with them. So, and pay attention. They give a special discount to WOCA listeners, and you just have to listen to the show. It's 10:35. Dr. Sharon Lewin is coming on at 11:05. Dr. Lewin is going to talk to us about a new survey by the Foundation for Women's Cancer, and Genentech highlights. I don't know what that is.
It's the Survey for Women's Cancer and Genentech, two entities, and they highlight the lack of awareness.
The lack of awareness of?
Yeah, highlights lack of awareness of ovarian cancer signs and symptoms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
it's 2 entities, Foundation for Women's Cancer and Genentech, highlights top.
There you go. Got it.
Yeah.
And Voice of Travel with Anthony James. I'll be traveling.
Yes,
traveling.
you will.
I'm getting so excited. I'm going to New York. When am I traveling? About a week and a half from now.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I'm going to get the
A
bug.
week from this coming
I'm going to get the
Monday.
bug. Mike Fallon is he's coming on at 10:05. He travels all the time.
Yeah.
If you look at his Facebook page, oh my gosh, he's in Europe. He's in Asia. He's everywhere.
Yeah.
Where was he last? In the Caribbean?
Yeah.
I think he was in the Caribbean.
Yeah, he was in the Caribbean
Oy,
last
oy,
time.
oy.
I think he just got back.
Fun with Joe today. I don't know if Joe's going to be in. We hope Patsy's doing better.
Yes.
Patsy was in the hospital and Joe was with her as she is battling pneumonia.
Yep.
She looked okay when we saw her 2 days ago. Let's just knock
Yes.
on wood and keep the prayers going, make sure she does well. If Joe's here or if he's not, somebody will be sitting in his place and we'll do the Fun with Joe game. And it's finish what I started.
Okay.
I'll
Nice.
start something, you finish it.
Okay.
Finish what I started.
Nice.
And when Galen Unald is on the phone, there was this whole thing about Tim Tebow joining the baseball team, the Mets.
Yes.
Apparently, he's doing pretty good.
Wow.
So I wanted to ask Galen about that, but that is not the main topic.
Okay.
Is sex a need or a desire?
Oh, there you go.
There was a research done by the University of Pittsburgh. I want to share notes with Galen on that one. You can chime in too. there are 2 sexes involved with sex,
Exactly.
at least in my world. But the and the other thing is, oh gosh, this is funny. Women don't like to be told to smile.
Really?
Yeah.
When is that? Go ahead, smile.
But so if you're men, if you're telling a woman, hey, come on, smile. They don't like when you do that. Okay, so but things things you should stop feeling bad about. Just think, if you're telling somebody to smile and come on, and somebody makes you feel bad for saying that, stop feeling bad about it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and take that last piece of bologna.
Right. Exactly.
Things you should stop feeling bad about. So I got kind of a selection of things to share with Galen this morning.
Nice. Potpourri.
Today is only one. Tomorrow, there's a whole load of things that it's the national day of. Today is only the National Pecan Cookie Day.
Oh, okay.
It's the only thing it is today, National Pecan Cookie Day.
I like those.
Isn't that the cookie they sell at the Chinese restaurant?
Yes.
The pecan cookie?
Yep. It tastes so good.
The pecan
too.
cookie.
I like that cookie.
Like
like 'em all.
NASA likes to do something every now and then, the space agency, to tease us.
Uh-huh.
And they're doing it again this morning. NASA says they will be announcing something very amazing about Europa this morning.
Oh, okay.
Europa is a moon that circles around the planet Jupiter.
Uh-huh.
And for many, many years, there has been speculation that Europa might harbor life, might have life on it. So here's the news. At 2 p.m. today, Eastern Time, astronomers will present results from a unique Europa observing campaign that resulted in surprising evidence of activity that may be related to the presence of a subsurface ocean on Europa.
Wow. How cool is that?
So we have to wait till 2 today to find out. What are they going to tell us? They found monkeys. Would that be
or fish.
Or fish.
Yeah, and you wonder if...
Or people.
Yeah, exactly. The Loch Ness Monster, maybe it's up there.
Or,
We'll see.
Or satellite television or something like that.
Yeah, that's right. Or that's where the underwater city of Atlantis went
That's
to.
where it went to.
Exactly. Not here anymore, but that's where it went.
But the biggest news, the most important story of the morning, I know you probably think it's got something to do with Police Chief Graham. I guess we could argue. I suppose you might think it has something to do with global warming, or Gloria Steinem saying that if we weren't forcing women to have babies, we wouldn't have global warming.
Yeah.
She's losing her mind.
She really is forcing women.
Or you might think that the biggest story this morning is the North Carolina teacher who was suspended because he was stomping on the United States flag. Those are all big stories.
Yeah.
But the biggest story of today is really this one.
Oh, I'm ready.
When you think of the American pastime, any American pastime, grilled food is always involved. Hot dogs were made for baseball games.
Exactly.
And no cookout is complete without a hamburger.
That's right.
And if you're a real man, it's a double hamburger.
That's right. You made cheeseburgers yesterday. They were so good, too. Thank you. Yummy.
But the country is evolving, Robin. And so there's a new food item out there. It is the hamburger hot dog hybrid.
Oh.
They're calling it the ham dog.
Okay.
Yes, it is something you could have done.
Yes.
But you couldn't have bought the bun. So here's how this works. You take a hamburger, you cut it in half.
Yeah.
And you put a hot dog in that space. You spread it apart and put the hot dog in there.
Okay, so you slice the hot dog lengthwise in half.
No.
Put it between the burgers.
No, no.
Oh.
You cut the hamburger in half.
Okay.
Pull it apart so you've got two halves, and then in that space you put the hot dog.
Okay.
Follow?
Yes, now I do.
And then you put all your garnish, whatever you want on it. Garnish, whatever.
Yeah.
What do you call them? Condiments.
Yes.
Whatever you want on there. And then you put it on the specially made bun.
It's probably $5 a package.
This is actually an invention from a guy from Australia. He first introduced the idea on the TV show Shark Tank.
Okay.
How is it possible that we didn't think of this before? How is it possible that an Australian guy went on Shark Tank, got some money, and now bakes buns that can handle a hot dog and a hamburger at the same time?
Fox News Radio, I'm Rich Dennison. A fatal police shooting in Charlotte, North Carolina, sparking unrest and violence overnight.
We're all out here for justice, because we fed up.
Authorities say a black police officer shot an armed black man yesterday. At least a dozen police officers injured after demonstrators began throwing rocks and bottles, blocked an interstate highway, and looted a Walmart. For the second time in as many weeks, the U.S. flew a pair of supersonic bombers over ally South Korea today. The show of force follows North Korea's latest nuclear test earlier this month. President Obama urging the international community to do more to help refugees.
I'm here today. I called this summit because this crisis is one of the most urgent tests of our time, our capacity for collective action.
The president hosting a leader summit yesterday during the United Nations General Assembly in New York City. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Take an ordinary putty knife and scrape off the old wax ring. Place the new wax ring over the flange, then line up the bolts with the bowl and gently set in place, making sure a proper seal is created with the flange and drain. Next.
Dad?
Yeah, sweetie.
Is that an old plumbing manual?
Oh, yeah, honey.
We really need to get some new books.
Right, do you want me to stop?
Nah, I kinda wanna know how it ends.
Okay. Tighten the bolts, line up the flushing valve to the opening in the top of the bowl, and secure the tank with a screwdriver and crescent wrench.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
That was the sound of a tree falling. It could be your tree. You're going to have it trimmed, but never got around to calling Pride Tree Service. It could have fallen in a field, and now all you have to do is call Pride Tree Service, and they'll have it quickly out of the way for a great price. But don't wait until the tree falls. It may not fall in the field. It may hit your car, your house, or worse. So call Pride Tree Service today and avoid all those headaches before they happen. Pride Tree Service, 572-2510. That's 572-2510.
Wow, man, you have a computer?
Yes, and I'm looking at villages1.com. They have a ton of information for the Villages resident.
Wow, they have information by the ton? I only need a couple ounces, man.
Movies, schedule, doctors, local attractions, even a section called Who You Gonna Call for plumbers and painters and stuff like that. These guys own cyberspace.
Wow, man, they own it? What's cyberspace?
That's where they packaged 50,000 pages of information for the Village residents.
Wow, they package it where?
Villages1.com.
Where, man?
Villages1.com.
Highland Memorial Park is known for being the most beautiful and family-oriented cemetery around. They're continually building eye-catching features that make the park stand out. They also offer a wide variety of pre-planning services to bring peace of mind to your loved ones. With nearly 70% of us being cremated here in Ocala, Highland wants you to be aware of how much money can be saved. A man and wife can save thousands of dollars with cremation and still have a remarkably peaceful and dignified burial. Whether your choice would be in ground or above ground, you owe it to yourself and your family to see how much money, time, and grief you can save by taking care of this now. Call today to get the answers to your questions and see if cremation is right for you. Call 352-369-1020. That's 352-369-1020. And when you set an appointment and both husband and wife tour Highland, we'll give you a gift certificate to the Brooklyn Backyard Restaurant. Call Highland today, 352-369-1020.
Hey everybody, did you know that there is a black bear sanctuary right here in the Ocala National Forest? While FWC has postponed the bear hunt this year, there are still perils that these magnificent creatures face. Forest Animal Rescue is finishing their state-of-the-art sanctuary on 80 acres in the Ocala National Forest. The last phase of construction is the on-site clinic to help with bear cub rehabilitation and release. Forest Animal Rescue is a 501c3. Your contribution is entirely tax-deductible. Visit forestanimalrescue.org.
All right, 25 minutes before 8 o'clock. Nice looking Wednesday morning. 72 degrees, only a 20% chance of rain. That's not bad, right? It's not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
Temperatures today climbing to around 90.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still summer. Still feels like summer. Wait, is today the first day of autumn? No, tomorrow is, right?
No, yeah.
Okay, so it is still summer.
22nd, yep.
Tomorrow's when things will cool down.
Yeah, well, that's what they say.
It always happens like that, right?
That's right.
One of these days, we're going to get news about a cure for cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Until that day, there are so many things that we can do to prevent cancer from getting an upper hand on us, or however you want to phrase that. The folks at Susan G. Komen, and they've shortened their name or something, so I'm just going to say it the way it's written here, but those folks have really been working hard, especially for breast cancer research. Dr. Judith A. Salerno is on the phone. She is the president and CEO of Susan G. Komen, and we're talking about breast cancer research and better treatments for metastatic and aggressive forms of breast cancer. And October, it says here, is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Good morning, Dr. Salerno. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning. Glad to be with you.
Where are you? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Dallas, Texas, and it's warmer here than it is in Florida.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, thank you for getting up early to be with us this morning.
Well, I'm here and with my coffee.
Me too. I got my coffee. Coffee doesn't cause cancer, right? Coffee is on the safe list, I hope?
Mm-hmm. Today it is.
So is the name different? Didn't it usually be Susan G. Komen for the Cure or something like that?
And we changed that a number of years ago to Susan G. Komen, and everybody knows our organization stands for Help in Breast Cancer and Breast Cancer Research, and we did that because we do so much more than research. We invest billions, literally billions over the years in community programs for people with breast cancer who need help today, as well as investing almost $1 billion in life-saving research as well.
Do our lifestyles contribute to cancer being able to metastasize? I know our lifestyles contribute to cancer, so I hope you don't mind me just taking an extra leap and asking that question. But do we do something that, because I always heard that metastasized cancer is actually worse because doctors have a harder time actually dealing with it. Is that right?
Well, yeah, metastatic cancer, that's cancer that's left the organ, in this case the breast, and travels to other organs, bones, liver, your lungs. Those are the cancers that kill. And when you try to, our goal is to get people in early for diagnosis where they can get treated at a stage where cancer is curable. There are things we can do. That is, get screened, get in there early, and if you have an abnormality, make sure you get very timely treatment. But also knowing you're normal, knowing if there's something that is not right with your body, because you know your body better than anyone. And then, of course, healthy lifestyle, all the things that contribute to our overall health can contribute to prevention of cancer. We know, for example, that women who are obese after menopause have a much higher risk of cancer than women who are not heavy. So these kinds of things are things that we can do, but the most important thing is to know your body and get screened early.
Is there a barrier financially? Do lower income ladies not get screened as often because they're afraid of the bills that will happen?
Oh yeah, we think that the general feeling is that okay, now we have Obamacare and everybody's covered, but that's not true. There are still millions and millions of women who don't have access to screening, to mammograms, and then if they have an abnormality, if they have a diagnosis of cancer, they can't get to treatment, and it could be things as simple as transportation or child care that prevent them from accessing and it's hard to believe, but it's true. And the result of this is that in many underserved communities, there are much higher death rates from breast cancer. And this is something that we can fix, and we can fix it today.
And we hear that a lot of communities, our community, they always have a public health places where people can go that are on the lower income and don't have that good insurance. Are even those places turning people away?
Well, it varies. It varies a lot by state and by local communities. The resources aren't there in every community, and in fact, that is what we have done over the years, and we've invested well over $2.8 billion in community health programs for people who don't have access to care. Every single day, over 880 people receive a free screening funded by Komen. 135 people every single day receive financial assistance because they can't afford their co-payment or a mammogram or transportation treatment.
Oh my gosh.
So we every day 24 people in the U.S. learn that they have breast cancer, and we want to be there for every single one of them.
And this isn't breast cancer doesn't just affect women; it affects men as well.
Absolutely. I mean, certainly the predominance is in women, but each year, 2,200 men get a diagnosis of breast cancer, and often because they don't they're not aware that they can get breast cancer. They wait until it's way too long. They think they have a muscle pull or something. So often men come in with very advanced disease. So we have to spread the awareness too that men can get breast cancer.
I think that it affects us all, though. I mean, if a woman has breast cancer and her husband loves her, obviously he's affected by this. It's not, it's not just affecting the person who is in the physical body, but the family and everybody is affected by this. What I'm really focusing on, though, is how we can help. And it sounds like if there are people who don't get screenings because they can't afford it, and I'm not trying to make this into a fundraiser, this little segment here, but I'm just trying to think how I can help. And that's probably the only thing I can do, right? Is to help out with like a donation.
Well, yes. I mean, of course, the donations are geared toward our mission programs, which help men and women and families every single day, but also to educate yourself about this disease. Our website, Komen.org, has lots of information. So if you know somebody going through the breast cancer journey, learn about it. You can help them, support them. We also have a helpline if you have questions about your own health, or if you have a diagnosis and you don't know where to turn for help, please give us a call. It's 1-877-GO-KOMEN. And then, of course, we have all around the world 150 races each year. So come out not only to help us with funds for this life-saving work, but also to show your support for people going through the breast cancer journey.
Absolutely.
So there's lots you can do.
Yeah. My mom had breast cancer. She survived it. She has now passed, but she did not die from that, nor did she die from a metastasized cancer that came from it. But I remember I was with my dad and her when she was in the hospital, and this is what they told her. She's going to go to sleep, and they don't know if she has cancer, but if they discover cancer, she'll wake up without a breast. And so she agreed, okay, that's okay. And I remember when she woke up, she didn't know if they had removed a breast or not. They had. She looked at my dad, and he just nodded his head, and she knew right away. And I could see them both tearing up. They were both tearing up, and it was a sweet moment for me, and it was a scary moment. But long story short, she lived another 20-something years,
Yes.
I think, after that. Yeah.
Well, that's wonderful, and it brings home the reality that breast cancer affects families.
Yes.
And we have to understand that, children, the entire community, when you work with a colleague who has breast cancer, it affects the workplace, it affects the family, it affects the spouse. So it's not a disease that's confined to one person. It really does affect all of us. And I think everyone knows someone who has had breast cancer. It's just so prevalent. So we really need to do more to cure it, to prevent it, to turn it into a chronic disease that people don't die from, all of these things. And we're on the path to do that.
Well, we're in the business of information, but we're also in the business of entertainment. So we do have fun with this topic. Even the station owner has even done. He's a disc jockey, or what do you call it? Like a karaoke guy.
Yes.
And so he's very and so he actually wore a pink bra at one event. I mean,
Yes.
a big sparkly pink bra.
It was sparkly.
And I mean, it was just showing support and at the same time having fun for the work that you all do over at Susan G. Komen. Dr. Salerno, thank you for being on the air, getting up early, and keep the coffee warm for the next interview.
All right, thanks. Have a great day.
All right, go to is Komen.org. Is that the website we should give him? Komen.org?
Absolutely.
Komen.org. Okay. Thank you, Doctor. We'll be right back.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. Let's get rid of those sun damaged ends and faded out color and get into something rich and vibrant. It's time to get that new look started. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon, 351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is a certified Brazilian blowout salon. We can tame those locks, leaving your hair healthy and shiny with a Brazilian smoothing treatment. And whether you're going on a job interview or out on a date, your hands do a lot of talking. Manicures are a must. best. Hello Gorgeous is a full-service salon, so let us help you make a great first impression. Call us today to set your appointment at Hello Gorgeous. Our number is 352-351-5358. Again, that's 352-351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is conveniently located in the heart of downtown Ocala, right next to the historic Marion Theater. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too.
Hello, gorgeous.
You've got a garden and we've got a show for you called You've Got a Garden with your host, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. Carol Ann answers your questions about your flowers, your veggies, your grass, your trees, even questions about your bugs. And she's only on WOCA, so don't miss Carol Ann Baldwin and You've Got a Garden each Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source.
Stay informed on everything going on in the villages with the Village Spectator newspaper. The Village Spectator is exclusively devoted to the villages with news, commentary, and more. And yes, they have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask is that you tell them where you heard about them. Call Tom's Picks at 804-1223 and pick up your copy of the Village Spectator today.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
This is Kendall Carpenter with Golden Ocala Golf and Equestrian Club. I want to introduce you to the finest equestrian opportunity available. If you love horses and enjoy Central Florida's mild climate and rich rolling landscape, come explore Golden Ocala. Bridle trails weave their way through this stunningly beautiful community of stately homes. Our state-of-the-art equestrian center will meet all of your equestrian needs with style. Visit us at goldenocala.com.
WOCA AM 1370.
96.3. 96.3
All right, 12 minutes before 8 o'clock. Gosh, look at that beautiful morning out there, huh?
It is gorgeous.
Just take a moment and look at that beautiful
Absolutely.
morning. All right, let me look at some of these news stories. The phone lines are open if you want to call in about any of them or something else that you've got on your mind. I know there are a few local things that you might want to talk about, the police chief, etc. Here's one. Mylan CEO Heather Bresch will appear at a congressional hearing today related to huge price hikes for its EpiPen emergency allergy treatment. The product's price rose hundreds of dollars from $57 in 2007, sparking an outrage. Mylan also faces a New York state antitrust probe stemming from its EpiPen sales contracts with schools. Gail Manchin, Heather Bresch's mother, took over the National Association of State Boards of Education in 2012 and spearheaded an effort that encouraged states to require schools to buy medical devices to fight life-threatening allergic reactions. Jimmy Kimmel, in the Emmy Awards the other day, I guess he had a gag or a bit where his mom supposedly made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for everyone in the audience.
Oh.
And then he says, by the way, if anybody has an allergy, I'm sorry, we only had enough money for one EpiPen.
Well, that was very, very tasteful. Yeah, no, it's just about greed. That's all it is. It's about greed.
The UN General Assembly is meeting in New York. President Obama has booked a face-to-face today with one of his friend/enemies,
of course,
Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Their relationship has been fraught over the years, but this meeting comes about a week after the two nations signed a new 10-year defense agreement that will provide Israel with $38 billion in U.S. military aid, the single largest such pledge in U.S. history.
And where's the military aid for our country as he cuts down everything for here, as he cuts it all back?
You're so political lately.
I know. I don't know why. I just,
lately.
My email box here is inundated with all this political stuff from everywhere, and it's like driving me up a wall. I just don't believe it.
A study done by AAA Auto Club says if your car if your automobile manual, I'm trying to paraphrase here, says your car should use regular, then you should put regular. Premium is just wasting money.
Oh.
That's what they say. Some people put in premium thinking it'll get better gas mileage. They said, no, they did a test. I mean, this is a long story.
Gee.
I'm trying to spare you the whole story.
It was always that way, though.
A horse that was stuck in a septic tank yesterday in Flagler County.
Oh.
The horse's name is Mercy. The horse is 24 years old. Apparently, this lady was living in a place that she just started living in 6 months ago and didn't know that the septic tank was covered with fiberglass.
Oh.
And the horse fell into the septic tank. Long story short, the horse is okay.
Oh, thank God.
Took rescue crews from the St. John's Fire Rescue Team 2 hours to pull Mercy out of the septic tank.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Mercy was assessed by a veterinarian and appeared to only have minor injuries, but just to be careful, having been immersed in sewage for 2 hours.
I know, that's disgusting.
They gave her antibiotics and pain medication. She is expected to be okay, but they are thinking of changing the name from Mercy to Mercy, you stank. Mercy, you stank. Mercy, you stank.
Well, good for them for, giving her antibiotics and everything like that, because that's nasty stuff.
Ms. Magazine founder Gloria Steinem has come under fire from pro-life activists for linking the anti-abortion movement with global warming. Steinem, the keynote speaker at an event last week celebrating the 75th anniversary of Planned Parenthood in Memphis, Tennessee, described, quote, the fundamental right to reproductive freedom as the principle that government power stops at our skin, unquote, whatever that means.
Well, it does get heated under the sheets.
She also asserted that forced childbirth is the single biggest cause of global warming.
Forced childbirth, induced labor. Okay, there you go.
Steinem said in an interview in Cosmopolitan magazine, which didn't she own that at one time? Or no,
yes.
That was somebody. I had this thought that we should have this massive education campaign pointing out that the Pope and all of the other patriarchal religions that dictate to women in this way, accusing them of global warming.
No, she needs help. She's finally gone off the deep end visibly.
Good morning, you're on the air.
Yeah, good morning. The only time you need to use premium gas is if you're towing. If you're towing a boat or a trailer full of equipment, then your car needs the extra oomph.
Oh, okay.
But other than that, regular is sufficient, unless you're driving one of these Corvettes or Maseratis or something.
Okay, I don't know anything about it. I'm just telling you what the report says. The report says that if your car manual says to use whatever type of gas, that's what you should be using.
Yeah. Exactly. All right.
All right. Thank you, Jim.
Morning,
thank you, Jim. See, I'm going to pull something. See, I do. I do. I want to get a trailer. Matt was telling me my car is not strong enough for a trailer. But.
Oh, okay. Well, you just have to get a big old truck then.
No, what I want to pull, what do you call it?
The fifth wheel.
Yeah, fifth wheel.
Yeah.
Something you sleep in.
Yeah, that's what you want.
Let's go to the phone again. I got another story, but I have a phone call coming in. Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, morning, guys.
Hi, Hugh. Thank you for the pretzels.
Yes,
Hugh. No problem.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
They were very good.
Those are wonderful with the cheese.
Let's make that an annual event. 2 pretzels on a plate. Hey, my stepson has a Saab, a foreign car. It's a turbo engine car, and it says definitely use premium gasoline for top performance. If you don't, you might ruin the engine and might have a lot of other different problems with the automobile. So in that case, you definitely want to use the premium fuel. But like for a regular car, I don't know. I had heard at one time that if you go from a regular gas where the car is set up to run on and go to a premium, the computer doesn't know that, and you can have problems with that. But that would be a great question for Matt next Monday.
I know. I was thinking the same thing. That's a question for Matt. I can't. All I can tell you is what the news story says. The news story says AAA says, like in your son's car, yes, if it says to use premium, then use premium.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
To be honest, I don't even know what my car says. I don't even know what it says.
I don't either.
I don't know.
About mine.
So, yeah. All right. Thank you, Hugh. Appreciate the call.
Okay.
Wow, is this getting all the attention, this story? Good morning. You're on the air.
Okay, one more bit of information, maybe. Let me try to help you with this. the difference between regular and premium fuel is you notice there's a number on there that says an octane rating.
Right.
Octane is it used to actually put lead in the cars. It was a lead compound, and this is prevents what they call pinging of your engine, or labor knocking, and we used to call it back in the day. And pre-ignition is what it really boils down to, the fuel firing before it's supposed to, and you get this violent burst before your engine gets to where it's supposed to be at that point. So this octane rating, the higher the octane rating, the more it actually helps the fuel to burn at a slower pace, and it prevents that pinging sound, so it doesn't explode in the cylinder before it's supposed to. So if your car is turbocharged, they normally work, they're naturally a lower compression engine, but they use a turbocharger to force more air into the engine, and you'll end up getting this ping or labor. It sounds like Coke bottles rattling around in a basket.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
And we've probably all heard that. Everybody that's owned cars older than 30 years old. But with the unleaded fuel today, they put in other types of anti-knock compounds. But the premium fuel, if your car calls for premium fuel, and you're going to find that, like I think it was Hugh actually said about high-performance engines, Corvettes, Maserati, that's absolutely. You better burn premium fuel because you'll burn the pistons up in the engine if you don't, because of pre-ignition.
Yeah, 10 cents.
Anyway, that's really what it boils down to. I didn't mean to get too...
No, that's kind of scientific. That is over my head a lot, but I'm sure a lot of people got it. I'm listening to what you're saying, and it sounds like I have to look at my manual and then use whatever it says.
Use what the car calls for. Use what the manufacturer recommendation.
That's my takeaway,
and you won't go wrong.
That's what I'm taking away.
I actually tell my customers, every so often, maybe every 8 or 10 tanks of gas, fill it up with premium. You won't hurt it. You will not hurt your engine to do that. And if your car normally takes regular, and you will not hurt it. And guess what? It also helps clean the injectors, and you don't have to go out and buy all these high-performance fuel injection cleaners and all that crap. That's absolutely not necessary. In fact, many manufacturers recommend not cleaning fuel injectors.
Wow.
All right.
Anyway.
Yeah, I know you know your stuff, so I don't have anything to contribute other than thank you.
Yeah.
Maybe just a lucky guess. I don't know.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate the call.
Well, I'll have to put premium.
See, now we know which is really important. Nobody cares about Gloria Steinem saying stuff. Nobody cares about that.
No.
You think.
Well, because she doesn't affect what we're doing.
It's more important to me. It's more important to me that there's a hamburger hot dog bun.
That's right.
To me, that's more important to me.
It looks yummy, too. It looks really good. It's got sesame seeds on it, and I got to get one of those.
And I'm curious what NASA's going to tell us at 2 o'clock today about this moon around Jupiter.
Yeah, Europa.
Yeah.
All right. I'm looking forward
when Galen knows on, we've got more important things to talk about, like, is sex a need or a desire?
There you go.
There was a study done.
Good, I can't wait.
And you'll be surprised at the answer. I'm just curious if you'll agree with it. It might be in the same category as the AAA giving you advice on your gasoline. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.